I believe right now we're going into the market that's not going to be an easy walk. I believe that there's going to be a separation. There's going to be a lot of agents that are going to be leaving the industry and a lot of agents that are going to be growing in the industry. We are right now in July 2023. The interest rates are 7.5 to 8%. They're talking about raising them again. They're going to be around 8% for sure. If that's happening until the end of this year and then next year, if they're going to stay around 8%, um, we know that this is stopping the buyers. And I'm kind of feeling it already. I'm feeling that the buyers are putting brakes on, they're waiting, they're not in a rush anymore. There's not um, that overflow of buyers. There's still not enough sellers, but there's not enough buyers also. There should have been more buyers. And buyers, I get them. I don't blame because payments are going up, and this is putting brakes on everything. For you as a real estate agent, you can't just accept and okay, whatever it is, I'll just hang tight and wait until it gets better. You have bills to pay, you have a business to grow. Because if you're not growing, you're just going to be maintaining, and whatever your goal is, your goal could be selling 10 houses a year, or 20, or 30. But if you want to keep doubling every year, or even staying at the same level, it's going to take some adaptation and change. And I believe right now is a time where you need to focus on listings. Incredibly important to have listing inventory and have database of potential sellers. Keep calling them and keep nurturing your clients and prospects. And right now you might be thinking, yeah, but like everybody's holding on to their 3% mortgage rates. Yes and no. There's still sellers. They're going to be leaving the state. There's still the sellers that are going to be downsizing, selling their house and buying their next home cash. And there's still investors who are going to be liquidating their rental properties. And so if you can go to a dialer and probably call, like, for example, property owners of complexes that are rentable, you're going to be talking to investors a lot of times and absentee owners who own properties, and really they don't care. If there's a good number, they might sell. If not, then they'll hold on to it. And some will have a renter who is expiring, lease expires, and they're ready to sell. You're going to have a database. You're going to build that way. And that's one of the ways to start. And then mailers will be a good one. You're gonna still collect and lead generate some sellers, and that's what you need to be focusing on, I think. And like now, as soon as possible, start focusing and putting your attention on seller leads, how to generate opportunities to talk to property owners, know them as much as possible. Your marketing should be geared towards property owners. My opinion, you don't have to do everything towards property owners, but at least your focus needs to start shifting towards that, because I believe that holding on to inventory, sooner or later things start selling. If you pile it up, this one's gonna sell faster. This one's gonna sell. It'll take a little bit more time to sell, but then you can do some buy down, some creative offers for buyers. But you're gonna be generating sellers, because sellers refer sellers. You're gonna get sign calls from buyers. That's how your business is gonna grow when the market is on a decline. I'm not talking about decline of prices. That's the thing. It's not gonna be price changes. But for us real estate agents, there's gonna be less sellers, less buyers, and that's when it gets a little tough. And there's gonna be a lot of agents leaving the industry, and we're already seeing that. Like 60,000 agents or so left in 2023, and it's been a great year so far. It's a great year so far. So if you're leaving, if a lot of agents are leaving the industry when it's still great, what if rates go up to like 9.5? Is that a chance? Why not? I mean, they're still trying to slow down the economy. Unemployment rate is down. Like they can't even slow down the economy with 8% rates yet. So maybe there's going to be a point where it's going to trigger the economy and it's going to be on a slowdown path, and they're going to stop raising rates and just watch where the economy goes. Maybe something's going to break and they're going to stop raising. They're going to slow down on raising, maybe even decrease them. Nobody knows. But if economy keeps growing, they're going to keep raising. And what if it's going to be 9.5? Like, there's going to be less and less buyers. But there's going to be buyers. And so you want to be as a magnet. You want to be controlling the inventory, because buyer calls, sign calls. They call the number that's on a for sale sign. They also reach out through the platform. Um, as a for the showings, they call listing agents directly. So you're gonna get all of it. You're gonna get exposure to the neighborhood. You're gonna get your brand recognized. You're gonna get the buyer calls. You're gonna do open house. You're gonna invite buyers to your open house. Um, this is the right way to go right now. If you were talking to me a year ago, 2 years ago, and I was giving you advice, I would say, of course, focus on listings. But you can do a lot of money with just buyers, and for and I've been doing both, and I've been doing buyers, I've been doing sellers. Right now, I feel sellers is where the everything is at. So it's just me talking out loud, just giving up my best advice. And in order for you to start doing the sellers, I would say, don't worry about making calls. There's nothing to worry about. You're not calling to convince them to sell the property with you. It's not what you're doing. All you're doing there is just trying to find out whether they wanted to sell, or maybe they have any questions, or maybe they're also looking to buy. And my opinion is that going for absentee owners is going to be one of the best money making opportunities. That's when you pull the list from Remind. For those who own the property but don't live there, so property address and mailing address don't match, those are absentee owners. Most of them are investors. So you can talk to them like, I know that you own this property but you don't live there. Maybe you have any chance on maybe capitalizing on the market appreciation? No. Is this your rental property, or are you living there? Or your family member lives there? It's a rental. Oh, how many you own? Just this one. Are you looking for more? No. Okay, well, if the lease expires, what are you looking to do? Renew the lease, or maybe sell after it renews? It depends. What it depends on? Is there a number you were looking for? It's easy conversations. There's so much you can talk about with the people who own property that didn't live there. There could be a serial investor who's looking for more properties, who's looking to liquidate maybe not this one but the other ones. It's gonna be so much fun. There's gonna be so many opportunities, so many leads gonna generate. You're not gonna even believe how great this avenue is. And plus mailers. Every time something sells, you can mail and say, "Hey, property sold. There's still multiple buyers on the market looking for a home." So you don't even have to sell this property. You can just mail it on behalf of somebody else, but just don't say you sold it. Say the property sold. There's still many buyers, because you know that it sold multiple offers. Maybe there's remarks on the listing. Just think outside of the box a little bit. Yesterday, one of our agents, she called an expired listing, expired a year ago. She found who owns the property. She found that number. She talked to the owner, and I think he said there's a renter in there. And then when he rents out, leases up, they're gonna be selling, and he is also looking for something to buy. So she's got a buyer and seller from an old expired. Go after listings, after sellers right now. Put a little bit of a pressure on that avenue, and you're gonna see that this was the best tip you got early in 2023, because we're going into the market that's gonna have high interest rates, and it's going to be tough just having buyers, okay? Because there's not gonna be a lot of them. Having listings is where it's at. Hope you have a good one, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.